You guys, I got a special going on right now. 3 questions of my tarot card readings or psychic readings for $40. So there's a GoSendGo link, there's a PayPal link, and there's a direct banking. If you want one of my readings that are on special right now, it's 3 questions for $40. I can't do the Cash App. I can only do those 3 methods of payments that I mentioned. So text me 902 580 1303 if you want the reading special. 3 questions, and I'll send you a link for the payment, or email stevensmar@hotmail.com. So this is a 3 question reading special for $40. And the lady, Leanne, asked me some complicated questions, I would call them. And the reason I'm saying complicated, because they weren't really 3 questions. It was a lot of questions within the 3 questions. So I want to keep them light. So that's what kind of was my theme of the readings, or kind of my intuitive and spiritual guidance when I put the special out. So Leanne, your questions were awesome, by the way. Your sheep ear energy really comes out strong for your children. And sheep ear energy is a really big theme right now, and that bear theme of poking the bear, and there's all kinds of sheep ear kind of stories going around, so I won't elaborate. So much information came to me, but like I say, I don't want these to be long-winded readings. I don't want to have to type. You can hear my communication is off, but not. My forms of communication are just kind of extreme in the intuitive way. So much information flooded through, so I want to tell you quickly. So I got a feeling of like, you need to chill out, okay? And that came before I got your questions, and then I got really the reason why I got that, and I told you the image I got was like a dog hanging out a window, so happy. I feel like you need to free yourself. So in some kind of way, that's the message about the questions you asked me. You need to free yourself in some kind of way. So I saw that image right away, and I just had the strongest urge to go to the country to do your reading. But all kinds of things started to happen. I couldn't get to the country. As soon as you sent me a more simplified set of 3 questions, boom, I felt like I got to the country right away. Like the energy freed up. And I feel like it's a theme for your life right now, but it's a theme for you to apply to specifically the question of your children. But the universe loved the question of your children, but like, they're all individual. It would be better like an individual reading. But what I will tell you, free yourself. The unicorn and fairy energy comes up very strong. Just all about like druid magic. The unicorn is our animal here on our coat of arms. The unicorn and the lion, but they removed the unicorn. And that represent the druid magic, that represent a lot of warlock and witch type magic, a lot of magic associated with fairy people. So you're very sensitive, and then one of the things the universe said about your children is Like, don't kind of smother them with that motherly instinct, you know. I was shown that when your child is different and he won't fall into the patterns, and let him be, let him be, let him be. He has his own inbuilt way that he doesn't need your interference. Okay? Now I could go on forever, but I needed to stop those questions. And you know what, Leanne? I never even got to focus. I put quite a bit of focus on the first one and just was trying to define what the one thing is to tell you. Because how could I break that down to one? I couldn't. So much was coming. So the main thing is I saw a child that's different than the rest. Maybe he's on the autistic spectrum. Maybe very creative, very gifted. You can't put him in a box. Your kids can't all be treated the same. So you know this stuff. So this is what came right away. But I'm going to simplify your question. What is the very, very most important instruction for your life? And even before I get the question out, I hear grow yourself. Always grow yourself, no matter what age. If you're 92, you need to be out dancing, you need to be out dating. And even if you have a medical issue, you're supposed to keep that as part of your life. Keep building a life around it. Don't let it be a wasted experience, if you know what I mean. And that will cause not just your family, but the outside world all to look at you as an example for maybe just your community or just an example. Don't be conditioned to believe that you have to look a certain way, behave a certain way. Keep your life going, keep learning, and keep growing you. Okay, so that's what came intuitively for the question around your kids. And it's so funny because I don't even, I know the next one was about the career, but the kid thing is seared into my mind. Like, chill out. Okay, but what is the very best advice? Is question number one, besides what you already heard. In regards to her children, that if she applied this to her life and their life, would lead all of them to their very best. Oh, the cards are sticky. Look, the cards were really sticky in my hand. And there's a whole pile stuck together. So, So, we got that theme again. Like the three within the three. Like, it was a 3-question reading, but you kind of put 3 questions into each 3 question. You got 3 cards. You got 3, 6. We got some heavy duty theme here. What would be best? You got your typical love story. You get your typical heartbreak. what to make of this. They were so sticky, and it's not the first time I felt the sticky energy with your reading. Like I say, the very first image, I felt so free. And then your questions came, and it was so heavy. I get tell the truth. Tell the truth. Whatever situation happened with their father, tell the truth. Be honest. There's heartbreak and there's difficulty here. This is not a prediction for the future because we ask for advice. And we get these two really awful cards of deceit and betrayal smushed between the lovers. So how is that advice? Tell the truth. It's advice in regards to whoever betrayed you. If their father did that, if you did that, if your grandparents did that. And kind of maybe figure out a way that it doesn't spread on down the family line. Because that, wow, what a heavy, heavy reading for that. But I still love the theme of the cards that I picked for you. The theme of the three, the gold, the purple, the white. The simplicity of the cards. And the theme of heaviness. And the theme of being free. When you put your life in a simpler form. When the energy on these questions was focused in a more simplistic way, I felt the energy free up. There's nothing free about these. This is, okay. I'm going to just leave it right at that. Your advice is very interesting. Is to free yourself of some sort of energy. Stop making things more complicated and be honest about relationships that had a betrayal involved, and how are you going to use that as a good thing? How are you going to use it to influence their life in a way? So be conscious of how you're influencing their lives, particularly around their loved ones, people that share their DNA that you might not have the same DNA with. You understand that? That goes deep, the whole DNA thing, because you can't in any kind of way hurt somebody's father without hurting the child, no matter what. There's just something in our DNAs that connect it. So if you're a husband, you're not sharing the same DNA, but the kids are. So that's a deep message. I wasn't even expecting that. Okay, your next question. Heavy. That was a heavy question. I got the heaviness right away, and the universe is saying simple. Okay, then you sent me a career question. I was very interested in these questions. I'm not blowing you off by simplifying them. The universe asked me to do simplified readings. That's the honest to God. And that's just the way. That's just the way. That's why I put these out. And everything that happens during your video, and even from the time I get your energy, and like I was flooded with stuff about your kids. So I never got to the career, but I was very interested. But at the same time, like, I don't need all those wording. So I like the simplicity of just, okay, what is Leanne's career instructions? I'm going to ask some money questions too. What is her career instruction? You got a lot of purple energy. It's like it's going blue, living large. Let's see what the little book here says. I don't usually read from the book. Oh, your business questions were interesting. Living large. To me, the triangle gives me the feeling of a UFO, gives me the feeling of a spaceship, gives me the feeling of reaching for the stars and being more of a superhuman, being outerworldly when it comes to your career. Okay? Like I feel like a energy mind shift is needed. And I get in like purple big time for you in outer space. Like you're capable of more. Okay, here, look at the book. I don't usually do this. 25, 25, 25. It's popping out. You are drifting in an ocean of gold doubloons. As always, it's your call. Can you dive in? You can backstroke all the way to Istanbul. And I don't even get that out of this. I get outer space. They get you in Istanbul. They get you swimming. Or you can stay in the pretty little raft you've been towing. Yes, I get that. So you're capable of much more. So get the hell out of where you are at. See, it's that simple. But we're going to ask another question. But it's all there, rich and luxurious as ever, waiting for your nod. Jump in. The good life is yours. My battery's about to go dead, so I need to move on, but it's telling you're capable of much. Okay, so what much? Tell her what to do, where to go. Tell her. She wants some money. She wants some fun. She wants the good life. It's a mindset. What? Give me another set of instruction. Oh, somebody's giving you a key and there's a kid involved. What does this mean to you? These cards are from a very famous artist. He's now passed on, but he didn't make them as tarot cards. He was recording real legends, and here we're back to the unicorn. He was recording real legends of Scandinavian trolls that lived in the forest. And these stories were passed down. So she's given him a key. She's given him some wisdom. What's your child side telling you, Leanne? This is still your career finance. Don't take this lightly. What's your child side saying to you? What's that key? What's that wisdom, that blue-haired troll? She has an energy like mine. I can't turn the camera towards me right now, but my hair is often like this. Right now it's pink, but they're in the forest, and the child energy, you're being given the key. Nine of Wands typically is the businesswoman in the traditional tarot. Nine of Wands. Is it fortify yourself? I don't get that from here. I get that wisdom. You got the key. But there's something childlike about it. Maybe you're passing the wisdom to children. Anyways, my battery's gonna go dead, and I want you to be focused very precisely on what the instructions are, and keep it simple, because you got some good instruction as far as I'm concerned. Now, the third one, I do remember this one. It was the relationship question. And you said I gave you red flags on the relationship before, but you worked it out. Or that's to that effect. And I found that interesting. So what do you have to say to Leanne about this relationship she's currently in? You got a nice one. And they're reaffirming the idea of abundance, of opportunity when it comes to your relationship and your finances. The inflow of abundance, a promising business venture, important documents or contracts. I forget how I framed the question, but I think I said, what do you have to say to us about the relationship? So it's almost indicating as if you guys could go into business together. That there's important documents and contracts that you guys could do together, or that you might want to look into. So, very nice. I forget how I framed the question, so I guess I was meant to forget, and you're meant to just go back to how I phrased the question and apply these words exactly. But this is often like, maybe if you're not married to him, this is a marriage, a second wedding, something that a business venture, but it can also be something that's solidifying your relationship deeper. And I love the theme. You keep getting these fairies. I just put them in here, and you got the blue and purple range of light. You got green. You got a lot of color. Okay, the camera's gonna go. I'm gonna lose my voice. That's my 3 card readings, you guys. They're on sale for $40. I might put the information below here. Contact me. Peace out.